everybody, and welcome to the Zootopia Appreciation Panel. You all, I consider my closest friends because you appreciate Zootopia. That's all I need. That's all I need. So thank you for being here. So for today's panel, we're just going to watch the movie, okay? So that's the whole panel. I like that. Yeah. Yeah! I was joking with AV. I'm like, they'd probably appreciate that more than me just up here yapping about it. But, yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, yeah, that's right. Copyright. Dang it. Disney, give me a break. Well, we're going to be doing a couple things during this panel, but I want this to be interactive. So we're going to talk a little bit about, my love for Zootopia, but I also want to hear about your guys' love for Zootopia, and we're going to talk about some things. We have a Q&A mic that we're going to utilize a little bit later on. But again, how's everyone's MomoCon been? How are you all doing? Love to hear it. So I want you all to know who you're dealing with, all right? And first off, I'm ACRacebest. Thank you again for being here. Thank you. Yeah. I've had many more people come up and be like, Saberspark to me this weekend than I'd like to admit, but congratulations to you, Saberspark. So I'm going to play a little video. This should at least give you guys an idea of who you're dealing with. For those of you that have seen this video, well, you'll be familiar with it. And for those that haven't, who likes Try Everything, the song? How many of you are familiar with Buy Everything? All right. AV, here comes our video, and good luck to all of you.
I did it again, maxed out my card, and then I went out and got a loan to get some more. Got 10 tickets to see the whole movie through, and then I ran straight into the Disney store. I need your help, all my cash is bleeding. I am so screwed, my account is screaming. Credit cards maxed, look at this sales tax. I want more Judy, gonna buy 30 tees, and my wallet hurts, but I must get more shirts, keychains and coffee mugs, I'll make more room. I need more Nick, Judy, and Fanny, and a racing flash. Please take all my cash, and posters and pins, and that recording pen that's shaped like a carrot. Oh, I need it now. Oh, 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 buy everything. Oh, 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 no, buy everything. Oh, 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 no, no, buy everything. Look, a furry suit and tails and ears to boot. Maybe too small for me, but I don't care. Bought the soundtrack twice, stereo is so nice. Don't have enough figurines and it's not fair. Credit cards max, look at this sales tax. I want more Judy, so I bought 50 tees, and my wallet hurts, but I must get more shirts, vinyls and plastic cups. I need it all. I need more Nick, Judy, and Fanny, and a racing flash. Please take all my cash, and posters and pins, and that recording pen that's shaped like a carrot. Oh, I need it now.
I've had security lock the doors so none of you can leave. I know how bad you probably want to, but too bad. Well, again, everybody, thank you for joining me here at our Zootopia Appreciation Panel. So, fans of Zootopia, right? Great. Is there anybody here who hasn't seen Zootopia? Spoiler alert. We're going to be talking spoilers. So I kind of figured, yeah, shame, right? Again, folks, I'm ACRacebest. I've been goofing an awful lot with Zootopia since 2016. And this was a movie that I did not anticipate how much I was going to like. I'm curious, how many of you saw the first Zootopia in theaters? Raise of hands. All right. How many of you saw it more than 5 times? Okay. All right. My people. How many of you saw it more than 10? How many times did you see it? Nice, nice. Is there anyone else more than 10? I saw it 30 times in theaters, guys. Yeah, crazy, right? Who sees a movie 30 times in theaters, right? Oh, boy. How many of you saw Zootopia 2? All right, so there's some people who haven't seen Zootopia 2? Oh, all right, so I'm going to warn you, we are going to be talking about the movie, so if you don't care about spoilers, then you're okay. Big thumbs up, I like that. How many of you saw Zootopia 2, let's say, more than once in theaters? More than 5 times in theaters? More than 10 times in theaters? More than 20 times in theaters? More than 40 times in theaters? More than 70 times in theaters? More than 100 times in theaters? I locked the doors, and this is why. So we joked about this during our Cartoon Court panel earlier. Don't ask why, how, what happened. I saw the movie 102 times in theaters. I imagine this is what it's like being at like an AA meeting, and they're like, hell yeah. And some guy's like, you know what? Screw it, I'm just drinking it all. And they're like, yeah! I'm ACRacebest, and I have a problem, and that is Zootopia. So with that, do we have merch collectors out there of Zootopia? We got some people. You guys have I don't even know how to like square this question, but I imagine who's got the plushies? Do we got plushie collectors of Zootopia? Figurines. Do we have our figurine collectors? Very good. Who has a CD of Zootopia 2 soundtrack? That's a Zootopia reference. Yeah, thank you. Oh, you have your hand up. You burned the CD? Okay, the reason I asked that last question was because it was kind of a trick question. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to buy the physical media of the soundtrack. They never sold it. Downloading. Who does that? Again, Cartoon Court reference, the piracy that we've got. But yeah, no, seeing the movie as many times as I did, it got a little bit of attention of the people that created the movie. I actually had the director hit me up, and he's like, you're embarrassing us, so stop it. But no, seriously, the crew that worked on this movie, they've been incredible. And seeing how they've interacted with people like me, who just have a love of the movies. And it's really neat to see because it's kind of heartwarming. You know, like, you get to see that the media that you love is also something that is behind people that are good people. And so I got to give a shout out to the crew, everyone that made Zootopia 1 and Zootopia 2. I know some of you are in here. Round of applause for all of them, right? Everyone's looking around like, where's Jared Bush at? Where's that guy? You may notice, this is a little humble brag on my part. Because it's warm, I'm going to take it off. But I ended up with a Zootopia 2 crew jacket somehow along the way. But I promise you, I deserve no credit. I didn't actually do anything with the movie. But yeah, again, just really cool people that have been working on these movies. And for someone who's been involved with multiple fandoms, it does warm my heart knowing that there's some cool people behind these movies. So if you ever get a chance, a lot of them are very interactive on Twitter or X or whatever social media site you're still willing to use these days. None of them are really worth using these days. So I showed the video. I should also mention, you saw that some of that was filmed at Disney parks. I've been kicked out of every one. Back when Disney stores were around, also banned. They didn't appreciate my videos too much. I am kidding, but no, I had a lot of fun making that video, putting it together, and I might, if you guys want, I might have another song parody coming for Zootopia 2. Do you guys think I should do it? All right. You've talked me into it. So Zootopia, in the regards of appreciating this movie, obviously Zootopia 1 did phenomenal in the box office, breaking the billion mark. Zootopia 2 came around. We had to wait 9 years for it. 9 years. It was like, what the heck? But the wait was worth it. And we ended up almost breaking $2 billion in the box office. And I guess none of you helped as much as I did. I'm like, I can't be the only one that saw this 100 times, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. So it's number 2. Yeah, I like that we're able to call it the #1 animated movie out of Hollywood. And now we have to clarify that thanks to that Chinese film that came out. So it is a Chinese film. Why are you laughing at that? You got something to say, Hero? I don't know. I don't even speak Chinese. That's right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bothering you with that. But yeah, so how many of you have been to the parks where Zootopia is represented? Have any of you met the characters at any of the parks? Yeah? Yeah, we've got a couple. You guys haven't. You're at a Zootopia appreciation panel. How many of you have been to the parks? I know they're expensive these days, and some of us don't live very close to them. So Animal Kingdom, they have the walk-arounds for Judy and Nick. California Adventure also has them. And yeah, it's very neat to kind of interact with them. They're very fun. Highly recommend it. And yeah, so with that, I'm going to do, like I said, I want to interact with you guys. I want to kind of work off if you have any questions and whatnot. We're going to go through that. But I also want to go through a couple of things that we've saw through the movies, kind of just clips. So this is where the spoilers come in. Again, for anyone that hasn't seen the movies, very brave of you to come into the Zootopia appreciation panel and having not seen, or maybe just don't care about spoilers, which, who here, raise of hands, doesn't care about spoilers? You guys have a superpower that you do not know about. Like, I am like plugging my ears, closing my eyes. I'm like, I can't know anything. It's freaking me out. But yeah, so when I talk about Zootopia and went into Zootopia 2, I didn't anticipate that I was going to like this movie near as much as I liked the first one. I was basically like, please be just like as close. And I'm curious, how many of you like the second one more than the first one? There's some of us out here. So I'm in that group. I'm in that group. Now, obviously, we have the people that like the first one more. You could raise those hands. So we have our Zootopia 1 truthers. I love them very close to the same. And I know that, obviously, we each have our preferences and whatnot. But I was just very happy. I know that going into sequels, Disney was kind of struggling a little bit with the sequel stuff. I was very nervous about what we were going to end up getting for Zootopia 2. So just kind of skipping through here a little bit. Says I'm learning technology, guys. Isn't this awesome? Thank you. Thank you. I love the applause. Round of applause for technology. As I go through each slide, feel free to clap. So we have Judy Hopps, and we have Bogo. We have this fox gentleman that she meets. She doesn't like very much, and she's like, screw you. She also doesn't have a very good diet. But we have carrots, as Judy Hopps helps Clawhauser drink things. Yes. This was the scene for me, guys, for Zootopia 1. When she drops it's called a hustle, sweetheart, I went, oh my God, what just happened? I went into the first movie thinking, okay, my wife actually had to talk me into seeing it sooner than we were going to. And I'm like, I guess. And then, now she regrets it. So, shout out to Sarah. Judy Hopps. Sarah. Wow, we got the chat going. Very good. Zootopia also, they were very proud that they had their first nude scene in a Disney movie. It's what they said, that's not me. The DMV scene? Yes! And who could forget that face of Judy? Then we got Mr. Big. Do we have some Mr. Big fans out there? Woo! Mr. Big! Now the gondola scene. In my heart, I love that. Yeah, gondola! Woo! Then, well, we don't have to talk about that one. How many of you like Bellwether as a villain? Do we have some Bellwether fans? So I know the conversation was always about like the twists, or like, do we have too many twists and whatnot? How many of you think we have too many twists? I'm just curious. Don't feel bad. It's all right. Wow, that's a lot of people.
Chubby Checker did it first, and he did it best.
What's that?
Chubby Checker did it first.
Chubby Checker? Oh. I can't argue with that. He did do it very well. So, Zootopia 1, this was the scene. How many of you got a little teary there in the scene? Did we have some? Oh, I know. Judy's like crying. I guess Jennifer Goodwin, the voice of Judy Hopps, they were saying like she would actually be getting emotional during the scene, and they're like, oh. So, pulling at the heartstrings. Then we made it to Zootopia 2. And Zootopia 2, boy did it kick into gear. Folks, I'd like to point out some things like in the top right. What does that say? Okay, ignore the city part, all right? We're focused on the big letters. The shipping yard. I think this was 3 minutes into the movie. A shipping yard. Interesting. And how many of you appreciated their mommy and daddy outfits? The Judy Hopps, Nick Wilde. So I really dug this. I felt like this was a fun way to kind of get back into the movie. But unfortunately, things didn't go great. They end up in a therapy session. So as we kind of know how that whole ordeal went out. But, round of applause, please. There was one thing that I was requesting in Zootopia 2. There were a couple things. But I was like, man, it would be so great if we could get Judy Hopps in a dress. And they delivered. But for our Nick Wilde fans out there? Does he look all right? Just saying. Gary shows up. Gary the Snake. We got Gary fans. Ki Kwan, I thought he was an excellent voice choice for this character. Poor innocent Gary, right? What he had to go through. Well, we brought Mr. Big back. He made his appearance, as well as a sweatshop or whatever's going on here. Don't worry, it's totally legitimate purses, all right? And then Nibbles. Do we got Nibbles fans? Do we have non-Nibbles fans? People are like, with Nibbles. We do have a couple. That's all right. I was a lot more worried about it. When she showed up and did her Nibbles maple stick, I was like, oh my God. We are in for the long haul. But I actually personally like how they balanced out her character in this movie. Marsh Market. Round of applause, Marsh Market. Come on now. Hey, bub. Oh, this is the night. I appreciated this, and we'll get into a little bit as to more why later. Oh, the ear pulling scene. I like the, oh. This was in the trailer. Like, they were setting us up here. We got to go to the reptiles and have a snack. Okay. So, I love Judy Hopps. I do. But I understand that this scene was a little mixed on the reception here. So, we'll move on from that one. All right. I would just like to bring into our attention here. We've all seen this scene with the cliff. Does everyone see what's in the middle of this? No? You see Judy and Nick here? Do you see something surrounding them? You see that? Just saying. Just saying. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bring this up. I know this is tough for a lot of us. This scene broke my heart. I don't know. Because that's my heart. Quite literally. So in the movie, I was always impressed. Like, so again, I saw it a couple times in theaters, and this scene always shut everybody up. Like, it was just like, oh, and every time this thing hit the ground, there was always someone in the audience who would be like, no. I was like, oh, I know, right? Anyways, Zootopia 2 kind of put us through the ringer. We got some angst in there. Judy and Nick had to go through it. We had an on-screen death, by the way. Round of applause for an on-screen death. Yeah! Poor tortoise. And then poor Nick in jail. He had to go through it. Judy almost died. Like a lot. Numerous times in this movie. Let's see what I'm saying. Yeah, we don't have to talk about that guy. All right, I'm gonna admit it, guys. This scene, 102 times I saw it, 102 times I at least got teary-eyed watching this stuff. The delivery between this scene all the way through to basically, well, this scene. Yeah. How many of you like the weather wall scene? Do we have fans of the weather wall scene? And don't be afraid to get loud out there. I know that some of you are like, yeah, I'm going to raise my hand, but you can woo, you can yell. We're all friends here, Zootopia friends. This killed me, by the way. I thought that was hilarious. So we make it into the reptile ravine. We get Gary back to his home. He gets his patent. It's so cute. Judy's head is resting against Nick's chest. It's wonderful. And then we get to where Nick says, love you, partner. It's so good. But what's even better is how about Judy being down bad after the credit scene? Now, how many of you accidentally left the movie and didn't realize there was an after credit scene? Did anyone? So you may have missed something, but she kept replaying. You probably know by now, but she keeps replaying the audio, and I'm just like, you know, she's down bad. So with that, again, thank you for sitting through my little slideshow. There's one more thing I'm going to play here from the movie. And to me, this is by far, when I look back at what we did with Zootopia 2, I am just, oh, I don't even have it here. What I was going to say, sorry, is that, so we can I'm going to have us bring this down if possible for now. But when the scene with the weather wall, I remember the first time I saw it. How many of you out there thought that they were going to kiss? All right. How many of you didn't think they were going to kiss? All right. How many of you didn't want them to kiss? All right, a couple hands. All right. How many of you did want them to kiss? All right. All right. Well, there's that little thing we call the elephant in the room. And thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to just leave this, oh, you know what? No. Oh, yeah, and then there's a bird, by the way. Zootopia 3 coming your way. Oh, let's just watch the whole movie. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to put this up, and this will be my last topic. But anyways, the weather wall. I was, I loved the fact that we were able to get that moment between Judy and Nick. For me, like I said, the elephant in the room, I need to know, where are our shippers out there? Where are Wild Hop shippers? All right, my people. So, with that, let's talk a little bit. Let's converse. We're going to go back and forth. If there's anybody that would like to come up, we have a Q&A mic here, and it could be a weird question. It could be, I mean, obviously a Zootopia question will probably be the preference. Oh, man. This is what I was afraid of. You're going to kick it off, aren't you? All right. Yeah, don't be shy. Come on up. I'll make sure I get through all of your questions and discussions. It could be an opinion that you have.
So what's your favorite scene?
My favorite.
From Illumination Sing 2.
Oh, from Illumination Sing 2?
Yes.
Oh. I like the end when it ended, and then it was over.
My real question.
Yeah.
What do you suspect the plot will be for Zootopia 3?
Ooh. Thank you. Thank you for your question. So, Zootopia 3, we know that they're already teasing that there's going to be birds involved in this movie, but I think one of the things that a lot of people within the Zootopia fandom really want to see is more with Nick's backstory, and that very well could be a building block to who knows where the future goes. I know we don't have a unanimous shipping crowd out here, but personally, I am an optimist. I am an eternal, forever romantic, and I believe that they have it in their future. I do. And so I feel like they're going to have to still get to learn more about each other. There's more about Nick's past that's brought up numerous times in the second movie. So I'm thinking that might be something that they explore while also having to deal with these birds.
You mentioned that earlier in the con that Nick has been on his own since he was 12, right?
It is referenced in that, yeah. So he at one point has a scene where he's talking about I've been on the street since I was 12. And it's
The story there.
yeah. So I think a lot of us are who would want to see Nick's mother show up in the next movie? Yeah, that's a lot of hands. I feel like that could be a direction they go, but there's also the tragic possibility that something happened to her, and we don't know that yet. And so we'll see if that is explored in the next movie. But for me, again, hopeless romantic. I'm hoping that we can trudge that territory. If I could say how far they go with it, I would be very satisfied. Again, on a relationship side, that it's just established. I'm not they got to get married and have kids and do all this in the third movie. Now in the seventh movie, which we'll get to that, there'll be more. But yeah. So I think that it'd be really nice if they'd be able to establish a relationship, an actual relationship there. I mean, I know that we have the friendship stuff down. We keep hearing the creators say they are soulmates. They're soulmates. They're being very careful with the way that they address Judy and Nick, but they have slipped up a couple of times. So I think there's some signs that we may be able to trudge that territory.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, bub.
Hey, Bubba. Hey.
Hey, bub.
No, in all seriousness, I'm James Justice. I had one question for you.
Yes.
Since when Zootopia 2 was getting ready to come out, and you got to go to the premiere, and so how did that happen, and does that count towards your overall theatrical viewing count?
So I'm glad you asked the second question with that. And to clarify, so as James mentioned, I saw this movie very early, but it actually wasn't the premiere. I saw the movie at the wrap party. And the wrap party is something that you can't buy a ticket for. You have to be invited. How did I get invited? We may never know.
Oh, okay.
But let's just say I know some people. But yeah, so I had the honor of being able to see the movie a week before the world premiere of this movie. The problem with that is that after seeing it, I was basically sworn to secrecy and had to sit alone with my thoughts for 3 full weeks. And I'm sitting there going I think that was good. Yeah, no, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was good, right? There were a lot of moments where I'm I really want to talk to people about this movie. I know that Saber at times where I'm yeah, I saw it. And he's I know you can't say anything. And I'm I know, and it hurts. But yeah, we had a lot of conversations about that. Now, yes, I counted that as viewing number 1.
Okay.
But that's also why I'm someone's going to be that doesn't count. So I'm I have to at least get that much further past the 100 mark. I didn't really have a number in mind when I was going to start seeing the movie. I was I'll probably do similar to what I did with the first, which is I wanted to see it once a week. And that's how I got up to 30 viewings with that one. With this one, I'm yeah, I'll probably see it once a week. And then it was around, Thanksgiving, and I'm well, maybe I'll see it. I saw it yesterday. I'll see it again today. Saw it early in the day. Had Thanksgiving dinner. Looking at the time, I'm I could see it again. Saw it twice in a day. And then from there, it just never really stopped. And funny story with that is the theater that I was going to, there were 2 theaters locally that I was going to, back and forth, whichever was working with the timing. And at one point, I messaged them. I'm like, hey, I actually saw this movie like 100 times at theaters, and I was just wondering, like, do you guys have any leftover, like posters or anything? And they didn't. But they also were like, yeah, right. Like, this guy's like, he saw the movie 100 times, so they pulled up my my Regal account, and they're like, oh my God. It just says Zootopia 2. And they told me this. They're like, it was like 4 pages of just Zootopia 2. I'm like, yeah. And then they're like, and we look back in 2016, you saw Zootopia 1 that many times, 30 times. And I'm like, oh, God, don't look at the rest of my internet history. But yeah, so yeah, I did count that, and it was really cool being invited. It was incredible being invited to the wrap party, being able to see it. It gave me that ease of like, I don't have to worry about spoilers now, but I also couldn't talk about it with anybody. But yeah, I was invited. I was invited to the wrap party. So
Nice. Congratulations.
yeah.
And one more thing before I head out. For the other elephant in the room, Francine, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Francine. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, hi. So Wild Hops, love it, but I am a platonic Wild Hops enthusiast.
Okay.
I am part of the fandom that is ignored on AO3, aside from Somewhere Between Partners and Something More. Great, you should read it. It's storyline and plot, great. I love Nick and Paubert together. It's not going to happen, and I'm happy with my delusion. I just want to know, what's your opinion on that ship, from the meet cute to the twist to the whole like, oh my goodness, like when he stabbed her in the neck, it just made me want the ship even more. It was just, we love a yandere.
You were that much more excited when Judy got stabbed in the neck.
We love a yandere.
All right. First off, I love it. I love you coming up here and being like, I was going to ask this question. Where are our Paubert stands out there? All right.
Before the movie.
All right. I'm making a mental image of each of you. No. So I'm a ride or die Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde shipper. But that's part of the fun of shipping. And I know that like this is discussed a lot, where it's like the art of shipping is being lost upon us, where, having those fun ships of like, look, this is what I want. This sounds fun to me, or this would be a fun one to make a story about. So, go for it, right? Like, go for it. If you're asking if I in any way would be like, hell yeah, hell no.
Respectable.
But that's just me. Again, and you've mentioned you're like, yeah, I ship them platonically, which is an interesting way to put it. For you, that was for Judy and Nick, right?
Yes.
So you're like, I still want them to be friends. Now, I got a question for you with this ship. So we know that Paubert murdered. He tried to murder 4 people.
Attempted murder.
Attempted to murder. Yes, allegedly. There's no proof. So do you see this as a thing where like they would be forgiving him, or is it more of like Nick's like, hell yeah, that was pretty hot that you tried to kill everybody?
I see it more as how Judy is. She has a hero complex. She even admitted it. She is a very forgiving person and always wants to solve the case. And I like the angle that a lot of fan fiction writers take, that they try to bring back some of the infatuation that Paubert had in the beginning, where like at the gala, when he just was fanboying so hard over meeting the hero of the city, and kind of bringing that back post-movie canon, and kind of like yeah, I messed up. I need to go to therapy and maybe be in like a rehabilitation program. But like after some self-healing, there's part of me that still really likes you. And I would love to try to explore that with my criminal past. And then Judy kind of just being confused and like you know what? I was vibing with the meet cute. I'm so confused because there's Nick, but then there's you, but then Nick is just a bestie, but you could, it just depends on where you want to take the story.
Well, I appreciate this because, again, I'm like, at some point we're probably going to get a Paubert. I didn't expect it to come up so quickly, and I like that it even went the next step where it's like, let's talk shipping with Paubert. So, no, I appreciate kind of hearing that angle. And again, you ship away. You know, whatever your heart's
Oh,
desire.
nothing's gonna stop that from setting
Nothing's
sail.
gonna stop that one. That
Thank
train's
you.
got no brakes. Thank you. Nick Wilde in the house, everybody.
Hey again.
How many of you were at Cartoon Court, by the way? Yeah. Well, first off, thank you for coming on out. Of course, thank you for coming out to this panel. Nick Wilde was subjected to a court case. He wasn't even raising his hand, but I'm like, dude, you're in the audience. We got to get you up here. So what do you got?
Yeah, so first off, I want to say thank you for coming. My name is Sonny Sanjo. I've been watching you and Saber since 2014, so it's just so cool to see you guys. And my first question is, do you think Pauper can be redeemed?
Oh, man. Okay, how many more Poppert questions? No, I'm kidding. Do I think Poppert is going to be redeemed?
Or do you think he can?
Can be redeemed? Phew. I mean, I feel like where Poppert went off the edge is that he had an opportunity. You know, like even after he stabbed Judy, she still tried to reason with him. She still gave him that, like, you know, you can be different. And he's looking at her dying. He's just like, I don't want to be different. And he just waltzed right out of there.
He needs therapy.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I think that I don't think it would be explored in a movie. I don't know if at some point maybe they're going to be looking into like doing more Zootopia Plus style stuff, and maybe there, like Pobbert's clearly a very popular character, and there's a lot of people that are like, oh, we got to bring him back, but I don't know that we would see him in more than just a cameo, you know?
100%.
Do I think he can be? What was your word of choice?
Is he able to be redeemed?
Redeemed? Not to me.
That's fair. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I've been surprised before. There's been movies that have, and this is something I also wonder if at some point we'll see a movie where they have Judy and Nick need to team up with some past baddies. It could happen.
Okay.
Like, you know, like we've seen other movie franchises go that route, where whether it's going to be Bellwether, Pobbert, I could see maybe a potential there. And at that point, it could open the door for a redemption of some sort. But boy, he's got a lot of work to do.
Oh, 100%. And my final question, what do you think the avian or bird culture will be in Zootopia 3?
Ooh, I like that. Now, I'm going to kind of throw this back at you. Do you kind of have any ideas?
My first thought is, do they fly or not? You know, will they just...
I imagine they do, only because of the last scene of the movie. We got that. Now, fun fact, I don't know who knows this, but so we have the feather that comes down, but apparently the model they used for the bird was Maui. I don't know if anyone knows that. So Maui's bird transformation that he has, that's the bird model that they used as the bird flying over. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's going to be, I feel like it has an opportunity to be more ruthless than we know the Zootopia culture to be.
Oh, yeah.
Or, you know, like Bunnyboro, any of those areas. Like, everyone kind of seems like, yeah, we're trying to do a bit of the kumbaya, but we haven't seen the birds. Now, reptiles, we also didn't see, but we saw, now we know why. You know, they were kind of like, we kind of have to be in hiding a bit here, and thankfully, they've been released into the public.
Avians might be like outcasts, might be like warring people. Or
Yeah.
something.
I'm wondering if there's there's going to be a reason that we haven't been seeing the birds, whether it's locational, like maybe it's just like, well, they just don't live over here for one reason or another. But I'm thinking there's going to be more to it, and maybe it will be those major cultural differences that they're going to have to kind of get over.
Oh, yeah.
On the bird side, I have seen some people theorize where they're like, whoa, what if we get one of those birds that can really mimic a voice? And they're just like messing with Judy and Nick throughout the movie.
Yes.
I'm like, ooh, man, we're getting spicy.
100%.
So, yeah, I'll be very curious to see that for sure, though.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you. Nick Wilde, everybody. In the flesh. Hello.
Hello. So I saw your tweet last night. Did you ever manage to find any Zootopia merch in the vendors hall?
I did. There was a figurine, or not a figurine. I wish I had the card on me, but there was a table that they did like rock work that they turned into characters, and there was a like a blue opalite Judy Hopps that they had made. And I was like, slammed the money down. I'm like, I'll take it.
Nice.
So there was some stuff. I never found anything in like the artist alley. Like I know there's like commission tables and whatnot, but as far as anything that was like pre-existing, I didn't.
Yeah, I couldn't either. Found a
Oh
lot
my
of
gosh.
K-pop Demon Hunter stuff though.
Yeah,
Not
what the
bitter-
heck?
Not bitter about that at all.
We don't have to talk.
Yeah.
Do we have our K-pop Demon Hunter fans in here?
I mean, it's a great movie still.
I know,
yeah,
I know. It's like a friendly rivalry, right?
Yeah.
Like especially because of freaking award season.
Yeah, all 10 Annies.
Oh, but I will say, like, again, going back to the crews that work on these movies, they were very, very happy for the people that make K-pop.
For
Demon
sure,
Hunters.
yeah. I mean, it had a lot of great music, for sure. I guess to actually ask a question, though, so a lot of people, like you kind of alluded to, it was especially a lot of Wild Hop shippers were very much challenged in the second movie by specifically the way a lot of people didn't like the way Judy was treating Nick. What kind of defense do you think you would have for the way she was, kind of acting with Nick specifically?
Well, number one, Judy Hopps is never wrong. All right. Yes. So no. What I love, one of the things that from the first movie that I absolutely loved about Judy's character is that she's not perfect. She's got flaws. Nick's got flaws. These characters have those real feelings to them. And with Judy, I know that the biggest scene of contention was probably when they come bursting out of the water pipe. And she kind of has that like, oh, it's okay. I know you didn't mean to lose him on purpose. Oh, man. I could go off for a while on this one because there's so many people that interpret that scene that I've seen where they're like, it's so frustrating. Judy's making Nick apologize, and she's the one who put him in danger. And I'm like, not once is she saying, you should be sorry. She is a little bit she's a little dense in that moment, and she thinks that he's apologizing for it. And so she's like, look, hey, don't blame yourself. She's still kind of like approaching it from you may have screwed up. But there's a difference to me between her misunderstanding that Nick wasn't apologizing versus forcing him to apologize. Being like, you need to apologize to me. And there were a couple scenes, by the way, that I got real nervous the first time I saw it. When she's standing on the table after looking at the reptile map, and they have their disagreement, and she's like, I think. I was like, oh God, Judy, please don't say something you're gonna regret. And when she ended up saying, I think we are different, I had the biggest sigh of relief. I'm like, oh, thank God. Because I was like, is she gonna be like, I think, we shouldn't work together anymore, or I don't think we should be friends. I didn't know what she was gonna say. But saying, I think we're different, in the moment, they were kind of translating that to themselves as like, oh my gosh, like this is terrible. But as we learn, that's okay. It's all right to be different. I got my friends here that we travel around to a bunch of conventions, but we all have our different personalities and different things that we're into. And some of us are in the gaming room, and the others are in the dealer hall, and then the rest of us are stuffing our faces, right, my man? Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I don't know if I've given you a good defense of Judy yet.
No, I think you've done a pretty good job, honestly. It was like especially with that, it's like, yeah, especially with the, I think are different. That is a pretty great response. I mean, that could have been taken in so many worse ways.
Yeah.
Especially one where it's like, I think maybe I'm in love with Pobbert instead.
For those that don't know, at one point this movie was potentially thinking about going the love triangle route. I like that clap. That was either for or against. Was that for or against? Wherever that came from. It is. And Pobbert, his character changed a ton in this movie too. Like obviously before it was the final product was released, but yeah, there was a lot of stuff that they went through with Pobbert's character. They went through a whole voice actor change. They had a different voice actor who had done all the lines, a different personality, and they were like, this isn't working. He's too much like an anti-Nick, and we need to make him a little bit more different. So, yeah, no, I was, I too was relieved in some of those moments, and I again, these characters have flaws, and they should. You know, if we're
Yeah,
gonna,
they should not be perfect at all. And it's like people want to just get. It's like they just want to get mad whenever they do show these flaws.
well,
It's like,
and the reality is there are just some people who are just like, Judy Hopps.
oh well,
and
yeah. Well,
we could
that's
get-
not the panel for this though.
No, I was gonna say there's a ton of reasons and beliefs as to why some of these people make these arguments, and it's fine if you're like, she was kind of a jerk throughout the movie. It's like, hey, that's how you interpreted it. But yeah, I feel like up to a lot of those points where people are like, it's really frustrating, you have to pay attention too that she was dealing with Nick, who at the time she was interpreting as a lot of his actions were of, I just don't want to be doing this. As opposed to what we learn is it's really, I want you to be safe. But that's not how he was trained. You know, he was being sarcastic about everything. It's in Nick's way. It was his way of like, I'm not good at communicating, but I'm going to be my smart-ass self. And Judy was like, you're just not helping out with any of this. So she stopped taking him seriously through some parts of the movie. And she almost paid for it. But they had to learn that from each other to get to that next stage in their relationship. So I think it's good that they did.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. Okay. So do you have like a favorite side character?
Favorite side character? Ooh. As I think about mine, do we have some favorite side characters out there? Clawhauser, I heard Gary. I think Chief Bogo, all right. So, do you have a favorite side character?
I do. That's for my next question.
Oh, okay. I think for me, I might. I'm just thinking. I'm kind of going through them. This is one of those questions where I might have a different answer every 5 minutes. I loved what they did with Flash.
Okay.
And the first movie with Flash, brilliant opportunity for marketing. It blew up with the DMV scene. They were great to just release that as they did. And then I like how they utilized him in the second movie, and he kind of helped save Judy's life, so I got to give him some props there. So I think right now that might be who I'd be saying, Flash.
Pretty good answer. Okay. And so my next question, to answer your question, my favorite character is Clawhauser. I'm a ride or die Clawhauser fan. What do we feel like if there was more, I guess, because I'm a little bit of a shipper. I personally do love Clawhauser and Bogo together.
Yeah?
Yeah.
After who here's seen Zootopia Plus, those TV series? After
saw that.
after they're short, I'm like, who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I need more. I just don't know what they could, like, do to, unless I get, like, Zootopia Plus season 2 or whatever, you know? What do we feel about that?
No, I mean, I think, so for me, what's so fun about that ship is how different their presenting personalities are. Like, we know Bogo, like, he's got that really, like, that fierce side to him. But then when that door's shut, he's jamming away to, some gazelle. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm messing around with these apps. And, Clawhauser, I've had the opportunity, by the way, to meet Clawhauser's voice actor. And the guy, 100%, that personality you see on Clawhauser, that is the voice actor. He's just walking around like, oh! So I thought that was great. It's interesting, too. I wonder if we might see more utilization of Clawhauser in the future.
Yes, please.
He's another one of those characters. I mean, they had a walk around Clawhauser this year at some of the parks. So that's a sign that, popularity-wise, they're seeing it. But with Clawhauser, a lot of the merch that came out kind of indicated that he had a bigger role, maybe at the beginning of the movie, where it ended up just being him kind of like presenting like, with their baby, which my heart stopped for a second. I'm like, wow, they really skipped forward in this movie. But yeah, because there's merch where he's like wearing like, they have like a fast food bug restaurant thing. I forget the name of it right now, but thank you. If there's one thing I don't have is great memory, but that's where you guys all come in. So yeah, no, I think it's a fun ship. I think and I love that they kind of leaned into it. Like I said, with the Zootopia Plus and them dance around in their skin tight outfits. Bogo was digging it too, you know it. So yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'm loving these questions that are making me be like, that's a good point. Hello.
Okay, hello. Do you have any favorite Easter eggs in Zootopia 2? Because mine is definitely the Clawhauser password where it says like Zootopia 2 is real and so are birds.
That was a great one. Yeah. So for those, if you didn't know, now granted, the end scene kind of gives us that feather, which indicates a third movie, but there is a Post-it note that's on the monitor of the Paul, right?
Yeah.
Paul. I was about to say Pete, and I'm yes. So Paul, and for Paul, he has this Post-it note, and it says part 3 is real, and so are birds, effectively.
Yeah.
And that one, it was like, oh wow, they just put that right in our face. But it's clever because of how quickly it came and went, and it was kind of like using symbols and whatnot, so you can kind of miss it. As far as my favorite Easter eggs, I love that there's a Mickey Mouse ears hat in Marsh Market that you'll see. But largely, as a shipper, I showed you that one on the wall where there's a heart that's formed around them. Like, oh yeah. Some people have argued that in the scene where they're on the boat and we've got the music playing and the romance, that there's a wire that's going between Judy and Nick with the lighting, and they're like, oh, it represents the spaghetti. Like, there's like those little things, but I mean, there are a lot of Easter eggs. I think those ones probably rank towards my favorites. I'm trying to think if there's any others. Oh yeah. So it's funny you meant the Ratatouille reference in there. Again, I saw the movie at the wrap party and I went, oh my God. Like when that came up, the theater erupted. And I'm like, this is gonna hit so hard. And then they released the scene with it like a week before the movie came out. And I'm like, no, like, don't give that away. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people still got reactions out of it. But anyone else with some favorite Easter eggs of Zootopia 2, maybe? Anyone? You could shout out. Yes. Yeah. She just accepts it. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. The Shining.
Yeah,
Yes.
The fact that Judy stopped saying happy anniversary after Bellinode started playing it.
You're breaking my heart with this one. You are. So yeah, so she says happy anniversary like, 3 times up to that point in the movie. And then she kind of glances at him, and a lot of us interpret it as her like kind of gauging like Nick's reaction to this. Like, oh, is he kind of like digging this, or is he like hating it? And Nick just has this face of like, not now. Like, what are we doing? But he's clearly not enjoying himself. And from that moment on, not once does Judy say happy anniversary in the rest of the movie. And it's like, oh, poor Judy. She was kind of, oh yeah, wow. It's crushed right now. But no, thank you for your question.
Oh, I had a second there. Just a quick one.
Bring it on.
What is your take on the Robin Hood to Zootopia to furry pipeline? Well, you all know it's true. Don't lie to me.
Help me out here. Walk me through this. So Robin Hood
Yes.
to Zootopia to furry?
To furry pipeline.
Can you explain this pipeline to me?
So it said that people that grew up watching like Robin Hood or majority of movies with anthropomorphic characters that then watched both Zootopia 1 and 2 are definitely furries. Which is cool because I'm also furry, so I don't like. What's your feelings?
Look, okay, so full disclosure, I come from the Brony fandom.
Yes.
And we've struggled for years for decades in that fandom, trying to figure out are we furries or are we different? Like, are we diet furries? What are we? And I had yet to find a real solid definition of furry. So I mean, I think like, I'll ask my friends, am I a furry? All right,
There it
yes.
is. There it is.
Been one?
Been one.
Since when?
Yeah.
It's a casual liking. Rescuers, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Okay, yeah, I guess so. So
Yeah. So
I guess it checks out.
it comes to you like in the middle of the night, and then you can never get rid of it. So.
Yep.
Welcome to the fandom, though.
Oh, thank you. Is there a membership where I sign up or something?
I mean, if you're gonna watch Zootopia 3, you're definitely a furry. So.
Oh, I'm there. All right. There we go. Welcome to the furry fandom, a lot of you. Hello.
Hey, I wanted to ask, one thing I really like about Zootopia as a whole is the visual aspects and how they display certain scenes. I think for Zootopia 2, one of my favorite parts was Marsh Market. I love the overall design of it, and I love how they blend that animal logic of how animals live their lives with the human logic of how human lives their lives.
Yes.
And I also like the chase scene when they went into those pipes. But, Nick was about to drown and everything. And it kind of like, it has you on the edge of your seat where it's like, that's the most nightmarish situation to ever be in. And I also like the way they did the Shining reference in that visual aspect. And I guess I want to ask, what is your favorite visual aspects of Zootopia as a whole?
So first off, I love, and by the way, I'm just going to mention this. So I'm going to close the line here because we've got a couple minutes left. So we'll get through all these questions. And as far as, I love the attention to detail that they put in since the first movie about making it feel like it is a world built by the animals. It's not a human world that the animals live in. This is a world that they're like, well, functionally has to make sense for the smallest of animals to the biggest. And they nailed that with the first movie. And then, like you said, Marsh Market, we get to see that a little bit more with some more aquatic life and seeing how, they kind of mesh with the world and how instead of stairs, they have slides and whatnot. And they talk about a lot of the stuff either in interviews or the art book kind of goes into it as well. For me, I feel like, especially in Zootopia 2, I know they utilize the same in Zootopia 1, but it really pops out to me is the lighting and the color. There are scenes where, like, again, Judy, when she and Nick are having their disagreement in the honeymoon lodge, the way that the lighting is kind of shining upon her, and it kind of mirrors how the bridge scene looked in the first movie when they were having their issues there. Of course, I will always go back to the weather wall scene, and you just see the colors and how everything's soft and everything. And, it represents the mood, the emotion that it drives. And I love the way that, like, the second movie to me, it's like it feels a lot more colorful, a lot more vibrant. And I really love the way that they utilize the lighting in these movies. So that'd be my answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hello.
One thing I really like about the movies is the design of the city and the different districts. Is there a district or area of the city that's your favorite?
Ooh, my favorite. Okay. I'm trying to think how I would even define favorite. Would it be the one I would want to live in? Would it be the one that I just think is the coolest?
See more of.
So, do you have a favorite, by the way?
I really like the design of the jungle, but we didn't get to see very
Ooh,
much of it.
yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing more of that. Tundra Town looks a little too cold for me, so I don't think I'm gonna pick. I don't want to be in the snow. The Rainforest District looks cool for sure. I imagine I wouldn't mind seeing more of like the outer regions, maybe even outside of Zootopia at some point.
Is there a biome or an area that you would like to see added?
Added?
Explored in a new movie?
It'd be funny if, like, for some reason, I feel, well, actually, I think there's a really good chance that we're going to be seeing Outback Island, which is referenced numerous times in Zootopia 2, and who knows what they're going to do with that, which also adds the element of maybe the ocean and what the heck's going on there. So we might get some of that. I'd love to explore some of those regions, though. So that would be what I would say.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. So you brought it up a couple of times, but what are your thoughts on the Zootopia Plus series that they made between the movies?
I had fun with it. So I think the first time I saw it, there was a group of us watching it together, so I was able to see it with friends, and we were all laughing with it. There were directions it went that I thought were hilarious. Whether we're talking about with the shrews and their whole like housewives thing that was going on, Jersey Girls, whatever. But or Mr. Big and kind of his backstory. The song that we get with Weaselton, I enjoyed a lot of that stuff. Maybe my favorite one was the one where Judy's little sister is kind of chasing after her, and her parents are just going rogue all over the place, launching the truck in the air and just driving like mad bunnies trying to get to her. And maybe that one's also my favorite because we get to see Judy in that one, and I think we even I believe we see Nick in that one. I believe they're doing the popsicle scene in that one as well. I think that was the short, but I had to get over initially that Judy and Nick weren't going to be in it because I was like, aw. But I appreciate that they wanted to flesh out the side characters, and I think it was a good call overall for them to do it. I like that we get to focus on Judy and Nick in the movies. People ask a lot, do you want a TV show? Or maybe you get more time to flesh things out, or do you want a movie? But for me, quality-wise, I would always pick movie every time. They could give me 10 movies. I'm all right. Land Before Time, here we come. So that would be my answer, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And our final 3 questions.
Hi. All right. So I'll be quick. Zootopia 2, we started to know already that the whole uncommunicated fears of Nick, is sort of like one half of the machine that kind of drives that conflict that splits them, right? But like at the same time, there's like this small little like phobia of reptiles as well that Nick kind of seems to display and have. So what I want to know is like, do you think him having that phobia was necessary to like be part of that rising conflict? Because it seems like it got resolved like pretty fast.
They don't go into it. My theory because Nick makes the comment about like, I have an aversion to reptiles, to which Judy then is like, haha, I'm gonna mess with you. And then we get the ear pulling scene. I think that for Nick, I'm wondering if he really did have that much of an aversion to reptiles. I mean, he has a big reaction to, snake skin. I wouldn't be because even when they have the scene with Gary earlier in the movie, Nick knocks him out with a pan, and he's not like with him. Like, I'm wondering if in the moment Nick was still trying to find any and every excuse to get Judy to turn around to try and keep her safe.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my theory on it. I think it wasn't so much that he actually had a phobia.
It was more like a knock-on effect of him like being afraid for Judy.
And it might have also been just that, like he hasn't probably had a lot of experience with reptiles, so he probably was just like,
It's like an alien thing, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I think ultimately was the driving factor. He was just doing everything he could to talk her out of it.
Solid. All right, one final thing. Not a question, but just like a statement. For me personally, what I hope to see with Zootopia 3 is them actually kind of focusing more on like Judy, so like her flaws. I know for sure Zootopia 2, right? Like this whole conflict and the payoff, they open up to each other, they're communicating for sure. But saying that is one thing, working through it's another, So I do want to get like that half or that other half of this aspect of their relationship, so that what is like a partnership or like a natural relationship in the future, like it gets more weight. So
yeah, and I think that there's opportunity for that, even if Nick is a little bit more of the focus, or at least his backstory is. I feel like Judy's still going to be able to work on herself in that too. So yeah, they have a lot of potential.
Yeah,
not just with the stories, but also with where they can go with these characters. So I'm excited to see.
Here's the 11 movies.
Yes. Thank you very much. Hello, the final 2 questions, and then we will wrap things up.
So with the 3rd movie coming out, I was wondering what you think the bird world pretty much will look like set pieces. What do you think it'll like cloud the sky, city in the sky kind of thing? What do you think it'll look like?
So I haven't given this actually a lot of thought, and for some reason when you said clouds in the sky, I'm like, oh yeah, like in My Little Pony with the clouds. The Pegasi. Oh wait, no, they're birds. No, I feel like it would be in some form structured in a way where I would imagine they still kind of have like the living. I'm imagining like a realtor going around from birdhouse to birdhouse and be like, hey, this one's got a nice, beachfront property. But I don't know. I'm going to imagine that maybe there's a large area with some big trees that maybe they utilize for that. So.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. The final question. No pressure.
I have a quick lead into my question.
Okay.
Have you seen Beastars? it's
I haven't seen all of Beastars. I've seen season 1 of Beastars. So, okay, all right. Now, should I be worried about where this question's going to go?
I mean,
I'm just kidding. You ask away.
So, just in the world of shipping, and what do you think? How do you think the world of Zootopia will handle the children of mixed species couples?
Boom, this is a good one to finish on. All right. So, I've seen people talk about this, and they're like, oh, Judy and Nick can't have kids for X, Y, and Z. One of the reasons that people don't believe is because they're like, well, otherwise we'd see a bunch of other hybrid, animals walking around Zootopia. But I'm wondering, so I've shared this with my friends where I have a theory, like it's a very specific not scientific, but theory of what might work with, a mixed couple as far as the interspecies couple. So what I'm wondering, because there's different sizes of animals, I'm kind of like, would it make sense that the female is the one that like determines whatever the species is going to be? Like I can't imagine like terrible example, but like a mouse being like, all right, I'm going to give birth to an elephant. It's like, don't worry, it'll be fine. It's just going to be a really small elephant. But I would love the idea of exploring this, even aside from just like the children, just the idea. We've seen hints that Zootopia isn't completely devoid of interspecies relationships. Zootopia Plus gives us some hints to that as well. And we see the anteater, how he responds to it at the beginning of the movie is like, fox and bunny, okay. And the way he reacts to them having a kid, he doesn't go, oh, you must have adopted that kid. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe fennec foxes really are the product of a fox and a bunny. I don't know. But I would love to explore, have them be able to go through that together in a movie where we get to see them having to, basically deal with society. And then, there's going to be animals that are like, no, this species should only be with this species. It'll be very interesting to cover, and I think it also very topical in a lot of ways. So I would love to see it. Again, if I'm seeing it, that also means that Judy and Nick are then a couple, and I'm like, hell yeah. So yeah, I hope that was satisfying as an answer there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all of you. This was the first ever Zootopia appreciation panel I have done. And I thank you all for joining me out here at MomoCon 2026. I know that our group has done a number of panels, and this is going to be the last from our group, so we hope so much that we get to see you guys next year. Thank you for coming out, supporting MomoCon, and keep being Zootopia fans, everybody. We'll see you around.